He's doubled. Who's open? Killian Hayes, corner three! Today on NBA 2K25, we'll be going through the new FIBA Championships within MyNBA Franchise. We're finally getting an international basketball tournament put into the game, which I think is going to be really fun. Today we'll be going over an 18 tournament, simcasting through all of the games, hopping in if they're close, and determining who our champion will be. Now, keep in mind, this tournament is slated in 2027, so because of that, I had to simulate 3 years into the future. Certain old players like LeBron and Curry are gone. Young guys have progressed quite a bit, as we can see with the first matchup we'll go through between Germany and Canada. Franz Wagner obviously headlines the German team with guys like Isaiah Hartenstein, Dennis Schroeder, and Tristan da Silva. And Team Canada looks pretty nice with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Shaedon Sharpe, who's now a 90, Andrew Nembhard, Jamal Murray, there's Zach Edey as well. Canada definitely looks like one of the teams to beat within this tournament, but this German squad could give them a fight. Ended up being a pretty close game, but as you can see, Canada would run away with it in the fourth quarter, so we're not going to hop in considering it was a blowout with a few minutes left. Franz Wagner with 35, but it's not enough to stop Team Canada, who's moving on to the next round. Next, we've got Spain versus Team USA. No LeBron, no Curry, but still a loaded roster on the American side. As for Spain, not so much. Their two best players are Santi Aldama and Usman Garuba. I expect this game to be a complete blowout, and Spain made it competitive within the first few minutes, but yeah, 39-point win for Team USA with Tyrese Halliburton leading the way in scoring. Usman Garuba with 22, but unfortunately for the Spaniards, it's not enough. Next up, we've got France versus the Philippines. Now, interestingly, with the Philippines, they have no real players on their roster. All of these guys are auto-generated, as far as I'm aware. So this game might end up being even more of a blowout. I think that Team France is likely the biggest threat for the gold over the U.S. Victor Wembanyama's the highest rated player in the tournament. He's now a 98 overall. And these young guys like Bilal Coulibaly, Zachary Rizache, Alex Sarr, Tijan Salon, and Pacom Dadier have all progressed over the last 3 years. There's one problem with this team, though. Their starting point guard is Killian Hayes. So that might lead to some trouble, but otherwise the French team looks loaded. Again, kind of competitive early on, give the Philippines credit, but France wins by 42. Wembanyama with a huge game, 20 for Rizache, 19 for Pacom Dadier. Killian Hayes shot 1 for 7. I feel like that might be a common theme here. So we'll be getting France versus Canada in the second round. That's going to be a great game. And last but not least, for round one, we've got Greece versus Australia. Easily the most competitive first-round matchup. Australia's got a lot of guards with Dyson Daniels, Kyrie Irving, Josh Giddey. They have my Kangaroo King, Johnny Furphy. The Greek roster isn't overly balanced, but they have Giannis, who's going to be the best player on the floor. And by default, that's going to give Greece an opportunity to win this game. So I think of the matchups we've had so far, this will be the most competitive one. Not that that really says a whole lot. And even though Australia seemed to have the lead early, Greece would take it back and forth here late, 1-point game. We're going to hop in here with around 3 minutes to go. Team Australia trails by 1. Here's Taylor inside, makes the layup. I'm pretty sure this is an auto-generated player. A lot of the smaller countries can't fully fill out their rosters, so that's why there's some auto-gen players. Ben Simmons out to Furphy for 3. That one's off the mark, but Simmons is there with the putback slam. Yes, Ben Simmons still on Team Australia. Giannis, by the way, I noticed he was not in the game. He has fouled out. So Team Greece is looking to come back without pretty much the only reason why they were in the game to begin with. Layup is no good. On the other end, Ben Simmons leads it in transition. He's got Irving. Kyrie Irving layup. That one is off the mark. And it'll remain a one-score game, 87-84, following Australia possession. Irving inside for Ben Simmons. Simmons posts up inside, and that one is off the mark. Neither team can buy a bucket right now. Greece gets a wide-open look for 3, and the tie, it's off. That was Greece's opportunity to make a big statement, but they missed the open 3. Team Australia gets it back with under a minute to go. Here's Irving. That one is no good. The Australian team is running the offense through Kyrie Irving, and he has not been clutch here down the stretch. Another chance for Greece. On the drive, pull-up jumper. Clank. Another miss. Ben Simmons with the rebound. They should probably look to foul if it's Simmons with it. Instead, it's Irving, top of the key. Bang! Kyrie Irving for 3, and Australia is now up by 6. Huge shot for the Australians, and now Greece needs something quickly. Corner 3, no good. Rebound by Josh Green. He gets it to Irving, and now it's time to play the foul game, and that's just about going to do it. With Giannis fouled out of the game, it felt like any chance Greece had of winning evaporated, and the Australians win a close one, 92-84 in our most competitive first-round matchup. I would say all chalk here in the first round. The teams that we would have expected to win do end up winning. So Australia will have a battle with Team USA in the second round for a spot in the championship. There's also a losers bracket as well, but since these teams are primarily made up of auto-generated players outside of guys like Franz Wagner, Giannis, and a few others, we're mainly going to go over the actual bracket, but we'll highlight some of the results of the consolation games. So we'll start here in round 2 of Canada versus France. This might be the best matchup of the entire tournament. If I had to pick, I think France has the better shot because Canada doesn't really have the front court to stop Wemby or Sarr. I'm really not sure why Zach Edey wouldn't be starting in this game. I feel like this is your perfect opportunity to utilize him. But I don't know if France has the backcourt star power to stop Shea, Sharp, Mathurin, etc. So this game would end up being really good as expected. France up 86-83 here with around 4 minutes to go. Wembanyama has the mismatch. He's guarded by Mathurin, hands it off for Reza Shea. I don't know why they got the ball out of Wemby's hands. Sure enough, he's there with the offensive rebound and the putback. And again, I don't know why Zach Edey wouldn't be in the game. Realistically, he's the one guy in this entire tournament, let alone the Canadian roster, who has the size to match up with Wembanyama. 5-point game. Here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Looking to will Canada to a comeback. Jumper is good over Reza Shea. And it's back to a one-score game in favor of France. Reza Shea brings up the ball with no true point guard in the game. Killian Hayes is out and Pacom Dadier is more of the 2. Wembanyama again with the mismatch. Jumper. That's wide open to him because obviously Benedict Mathurin can't match his size. 5-point game now as Canada looks to respond. SGA inside for Benedict Mathurin, who's there with the quick slam. And again, it's a one-score game. 90-87. Here's Reza Shea with it. Inside for Alex Sarr now. And similar with Wembanyama, these guys don't have the size to match up even with Sarr as he's in for the layup. And it's back to a 5-point game. Andrew Nembhard with it over to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe stuck in the corner. His pass is tipped away by Dadier. Sharpe gets it back though. Possession stays alive. SGA was wide open for 3, but Sharpe goes for the contested shot inside and it doesn't fall. Wemby now triple. Bang! 8-point lead for France. Canada calls time, but this is where things get interesting. Victor Wembanyama is going to come out of the game because he has 5 fouls. He has fouled out of the game, but he was just in. So, for whatever reason, even though Wembanyama had fouled out, 5 is the mark to foul out in FIBA, they let him keep playing. How is that legal? So now Canada looks to make the comeback with no Wembanyama in the game as Shaedon Sharpe hits the 3. Bilal Coulibaly on the drive is there with the slam. Even though Wembanyama's done for the rest of the day, obviously France has the upper hand. Not only are they winning, but even with a guy like Alex Sarr, Canada does not have the means to stop him. SGA reverse layup is good. Solid defense. I think that was Tijan Salon guarding him. 97-92. 3 is off the mark. That's Salon once again. Shaedon Sharpe with the rebound. Canada can make it a one-score game. Here's Benedict Mathurin with it, guarded by Reza Shea. And he misses the layup. Great defense by Reza Shea. France gets it back. Killian Hayes' layup is off the mark. Even more worrisome for France. Not only is Wemby out, but Killian Hayes is in. Shaedon Sharpe is fouled on the other end by Bilal Coulibaly. He'll go to the line and would make both. One-score game. 94-97. Under a minute to go. And it's an illegal screen on one of the auto-generated guys. So Canada gets it back, only down by 3. SGA inside. Brandon Clark layup is no good. Grabs his own miss and is there with the putback. It's a one-point game. Team France was up by 8 when Wembanyama was taken out, and they have completely collapsed. Reza Shea with it on the drive. He's got to make sure he doesn't step out of bounds. He's doubled. Who's open? Killian Hayes, corner 3. Off the mark. And Canada gets it back, only trailing by 1. SGA inside. Prosper blocked by Sarr. France gets it back, nearly turns it over, but Killian Hayes is fouled. What a denial by Alex Sarr on the dunk attempt from Omax Prosper. Killian Hayes makes both free throws. I'm not sure he's the guy you want at the line there, but it's now a 3-point game. Canada gets it back. Shot clock unplugged. SGA, why did he pass it out? Clark is intercepted by Hayes and he's fouled. SGA had a golden look at the basket, would have made it a 1-point game, but instead he passes it to Clark, who turns it over. And now Killian Hayes looks to make 2 more. The first one is good. The second one follows. Killian Hayes clutch at the line. It's a 5-point game now, and Canada's going to need a miracle. Jamal Murray finally in the game. He gets it over to Sharp. Heaves up a 3. No good. Rebound by Alex Sarr. Why are they giving Killian Hayes the ball? He is fouled, and will get 2 more at the line. He would make 1. 6-point game. Mathurin, quick 3. No good. Sarr with the rebound, and that'll do it. France will be moving to the championship game as they defeat Canada 102-96 in what has been the most exciting game of the tournament thus far, as we kind of expected, given that these two teams are, again, extremely evenly matched. But the size of France and the clutch free-throw shooting by Killian Hayes puts him over the top. 17 for Koulibaly, 16 for Salon. Wemby only shot the ball 7 times. I don't know why that is. Rizache, 13 on 13 shots. Sarr was also inefficient, but he had the big block on the Prosper dunk, which basically won them the game. I don't know why Jamal Murray only played 9 minutes and Zach Edey played only 13. That seems like bad minutes management. But it will be France against either Team USA or the Australian Boomers. Does Team Australia have any chance here? Let's see if they can make it a game with Team USA, and they definitely are. The US has the edge, but we've got a close one. It is a 8-point game with 3.5 to go, and this is where we're going to hop in. Team USA would take a 10-point lead with a pair of free throws as Edwards is doubled. In the corner, Tatum, 3, off the mark. Rebound by Dyson Daniels. Can Team Australia make it a single-digit lead? Ever since I hopped into the game, there's been virtually no offense from either side to speak of. Here's Kyrie Irving. That one is off the mark. Very similar to the end of the first Australian game. Their offense is looking rough. Brunson, and one inside! Jalen Brunson makes the play, and it'll be a 12-point game. He missed the free throw as Australia gets it back with under 2 to go. Irving inside for the big man. That's an auto-generated player, and he is in with the slam off the pick and roll. Australia running the press. Tatum with it, brings it up for Team USA. Now one of the leaders and veterans on this team with guys like LeBron and Curry gone. Durant as well. Tatum, 3 is good! 13-point lead for Team USA. Australia hanging on for dear life. Irving with it. Gets the screen. Kyrie Irving fadeaway 3. That one is off the mark. Jaylen Brown rebounds it for Team USA, and that would just about do it. 99-84. Team USA will be facing off against France in the championship game, a rematch of the gold medal game in the 2024 Olympics. We'll see if France can look to get their revenge against Team USA, while Canada and Australia will battle it out in the third place game, which we will go over that matchup as well. Kyrie with 27, but on 24 shots, missed quite a few down the stretch, and only one other player finished in the double figures. It was Mobley. 3 for 12 for Johnny Furthy, 2 for 8 for Josh Giddey. That's not going to get it done. Brown and Tatum lead the way. Edwards and Chet also in the double figures. So before we go over France and USA for the title, we'll go over the third place game. And here are the other results, by the way. Germany in 5th, Greece in 6th, Spain in 7th, Philippines in 8th, which, given the talent on those rosters, I think that's probably the order we could have expected. So let's see who ends up getting the bronze here for third place. Canada has the better roster, but we're tied with just under 4 minutes to go, and we will hop in here. Let's see if Australia can pull off the upset and get the bronze. Shot clock winding down. SGA with it. Deep 3. He's fouled! Number 1 rule of defense, don't foul the jump shooter, and especially don't do it when the shot clock is expiring and the three-point shooter is 5 feet beyond the line. Irving is basically fouled by Sharp. Team Canada almost made the same mistake. They are lucky and just dodged a bullet. On the other end, Sharp, SGA, and that one rattles in. The corner 3 is good for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and the no call on that shooting foul by Shaedon Sharp results in a 6-point swing. Clark with the steal. Irving gets it right back, though. Layup is good, and it is a 4-point game now. Team Canada back with it. SGA looking to win Canada the bronze. On the drive, layup is good despite solid defense by my Australian prince, Johnny Furphy. 6-point game again. Irving, floater, rattles out. Rebounded by Brandon Clark, and here comes Team Canada looking to put an exclamation point on this lead. Mathurin out to SGA, back at the top of the key, resetting the possession, guarded by Dyson Daniels. SGA looking for somebody to get open. He draws the double on the wing. It's Prosper, and he is fouled late, but would miss both. Following possession, the big man inside, and one! And Australia can make it a one-score game. We'll see if he can make the three throw, and that one is good. 3-point lead now for Canada. As Clark moves around on the baseline, he gets it over to Shaedon Sharpe, who will dribble it up. Kyrie Irving pressing him the whole way. There's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander now with it, guarded by Dyson Daniels. SGA looking to get some room, but he's going to take his time. No need for Team Canada to rush here. SGA now looking for the screen from Clark. He gets it. Shot clock sits at 3. SGA pulls up. Triple. No good. Daniels with the rebound, and Australia calls a timeout. Down by 3 with a chance to tie the game. So let's see what Team Australia will be able to cook up here with just seconds remaining in this game as they look to send it to overtime with potentially a game-tying 3. And the question is, who gets the ball? You'd presume it'd go in the hands of Kyrie Irving, but does somebody else open up? On the inbound, it will be Irving. Stuck in the corner, out to the big man, Mobley. No good! And Canada wins this game. They finish with the bronze. I'm not sure why you gave it to the 7-foot post player to shoot for the tie, but to each their own, I guess. And Canada wins a close one. They'll end up getting the bronze here in the FIBA tournament, 92-89. The final score for Team Canada, escaping with a win over Australia. Canada was not able to get some big points late, but defensively they were able to get the stop at the end. 22 for Josh Giddey. Irving with 10 points. How did he only shoot 8 shots? It felt like he had 8 shots in the final 3 minutes. Rough day in the office for Johnny Furphy. As for Team Canada, 19 for SGA, 18 for Brandon Clark. Mathurin, Sharpe, Prosper all playing well too. And so that brings us now to the championship game for the gold. Team USA versus Team France. Obviously, Team USA has more depth, and presumably they're the better team. They're the favorite. But France is the best player in this tournament with Victor Wembanyama. Will Anthony Davis, who's 3 years older now, be able to stop Wemby? Should be a good game. Hopefully it ends up being exciting, and it is back and forth early. Right now, France is in control. Team USA looking to make a comeback, and it is a 4-point game here. Now a 2-point game, and this is where we're going to jump in. With the gold medal on the line, Tijan Salon will inbound. It's intercepted. Jason Tatum with it on the other end. Brown, Davis, Edwards for the tie. Anthony Edwards makes the layup, and we are knotted up at 82. Following France possession, Zachary Risache with it. Gets the screen from Koulibaly. Risache on the way! And Team France is now up by 3. Following French possession, Wembanyama step back, no good. Anthony Davis with the rebound, remains a 1-score game. Halliburton, Edwards, pull up, bang! Tied at 85. Nice shot by Edwards over the extended arm of Tijan Salon. And now France looks to regain the lead. But unfortunately for them, Killian Hayes is in the game. Luckily, Wemby is not fouled out. He actually doesn't have any fouls all day. And he will put France ahead with that shot over Anthony Davis, 87-85. Following French possession, Killian Hayes with it. Certainly the worst player on the floor right now, considering everybody else is at least like an 86. Hayes is the one who takes the shot, and it's good! 4-point lead for France with around a minute to go. Team USA back with it. They have to score here. No ifs, ands, or buts. Halliburton with it, guarded by Hayes. Gets the screen. Halliburton thinks about the 3. Lobs it up for the big man, Anthony Davis, with the slam, and it's a 2-point game. Wemby out to Sarr. Risache to Koulibaly. Can France make it a 2-score lead here? Screen from Sarr. Bilal Koulibaly lobs it up, and Alex Sarr throws it down. It's a 4-point lead for the French. And Team USA has to move quick. They've got to score and likely go for a quick foul. Anthony Davis with it. He will look for somebody. He gets it over to Tatum, and USA calls another timeout. So they burn both of their timeouts back-to-back. I feel like they're going to regret that. I guess they called the timeout to make sure they got the inbound in time, but they did. Layup is good, though, so Halliburton makes it a one-score game. Could argue there could have been a foul there, but no call. And Coulibaly is fouled, but off of a following inbound, they're going to send Killian Hayes to the line. Why? Now, he does make the first one. It's a three-point game. Biggest free throw of the day to make it a two-score lead. It is good. 4-point lead for Team France. And again, USA burned all their timeouts, so they've got to play off the inbound. Jalen Brunson in the game brings it up for Team USA. They've got to shoot the ball pretty quickly. Brunson, Brown, three, no good. Rebound by Killian Hayes, and he is fouled again, this time by Jalen Brunson. And Killian Hayes theoretically can ice the game here, looking to finish it off for France. First one is good. It rattles in, and it is a 5-point game. I really like the new rim mechanics here for this year's 2K. The way the ball bounces off the rim feels more organic and unpredictable. Second one is good. 6-point game, and now Team USA is probably going to have to heat this one up basically immediately. Tatum out to Anthony Edwards. He's got to shoot it. Tatum, three, no good. Rebounded. Nope, it's going to go above the rim. So with 1 second to go, Team France will inbound it, and that will do it. Sarr will look to pass it in. He gets it over to Wembanyama, and Team France has won the FIBA Gold as they defeat Team USA in the championship game, 95-89. Are we going to get some kind of celebration? The camera's just zooming out. Nobody's celebrating with each other. Everybody's just throwing their arms up. Might be the most awkward celebration I've ever seen. Players on both teams going to the ground now in agony or happiness. Did Killian Hayes just pat him on the back? That really was the most awkward celebration I've ever watched in my entire life. 18-10 for Wemby, Coulibaly, Reza Shea, Sarr, Salon, and Dadier, all in the double figures. Killian Hayes with some big free throws. Sarr was super inefficient in both of these last two games, but he made some big plays in each of them. Davis leads Team USA in scoring. Edwards, Tatum, Holmgren, and Booker also in the double figures. So there you go. Team France has won the FIBA Championship. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of the format down below in the comments and some other NBA 2K25 MyNBA Franchise videos you guys would like to see. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.